It's a movie made by a bunch of long hairs for a bunch of long hairs. It's 1972's Behind the Green Door. All right, this one's a masterpiece, our second ever released from this series. So now we're giving it the proper treatment here. 1972 this came out. The title card says 1973. I'd imagine that was for, I don't know what, not a home release in 1973. I don't know. I find discrepancies like this a lot. The famous Mitchell brothers made this. Artie and Jim, they took turns directing and producing. They're both in it. Marilyn Chambers is our lead. I knew her from Rabid, David Cronenberg's film. When was that? 1977, which I've seen like 5 or 6 times before I ever had seen Behind the Green Door. So that was interesting headspace for me. George McDonald is our male lead. He did an awesome interview on the Rialto Report, which I kind of feel like I should be on. My old assistant, well, that's a whole story. Maybe I'll tell in the end. But on there, George has an unreleased autobiography, and they printed the entire Behind the Green Door chapter, which is extremely interesting. His unpublished book is A Pound of Flesh. Very interesting. This is a staple of the adult film industry. It is a staple of motion picture history. This thing changed the game. Not only projected in adult theaters, it was projected in mainstream movie houses. Crazy. It's awesome. All right, let's get into this. Enough gobbledygook. I'll be at the end of the film as well.
Hey, hiya, Barry.
How you doing?
Okay, good.
Hey, Guinness, your buddy's here.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi. Hey, you hear the radio?
What?
Hey, they got an Italian hijacker up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just ordered $2 and 5,000 parachutes.
Want some more of your local coffee?
Yeah, I guess we
Okay.
can spare you with that. Hey, listen, I got you two guys together now. I want to hear that story about that green door you've been promising me, huh? Been a long time. How about, telling me what happened there, huh?
I don't know, Dudley, what do you think?
Good job.
Well, nobody tells it like you do.
Kish, I'll tell you. You warm up my coffee and I'll tell you the story.
Okay.
thank you very much. I hope your stay with us will be very pleasant. She's here.
Fine. You got the job. So I give him $6, and I took the bus, the short line bus, up to Swan Lake in the mountains. Take the bus. So I hitchhiked up to the little resort. See, it was a little resort. It was called Schindler's in the Pines. But geez, I come there was no pines there. Everything was burned down. See. And at 3 o'clock, I was sitting on the dining room hall porch, waiting to get in to hit the groceries. Man, how I ate. Like it was the last day on earth. Sour cream and borscht and herring and chicken and banana. Man, the bus boy used to plead with me. He'd come up to me and say, "Yank, for God's sake, give us a break, will you? Please, relieve the table. I mean, we got to clean up for the next meal. Get out, will you?" So I get out, and I load my pockets with bananas, and I have bananas hanging in my pockets like 6 shooters. He says, "Gee, please, give me a break, will you?" He says, "By the way, have you been in the water since you've been here?" I says, "What do you mean, today?" "No, I mean, since you've been here. Have you been in the water?" I says, "No." He says, "Well, you better your lifesaver." I the top of the rope to the inner tube, and I dropped the rope down, and I tied a stone on the other end. So I get that rubber inner tube. I tie the top of the rope to the inner tube. I drop the rope down, and on the other end of the rope, I put a big stone. On the right side of the inner tube, I tie a rope, and I tie it to a tree on a beach. On the left side of the inner tube, I take a piece of rope, and I tie it, and so I create a lagoon, see? Then I get a big sign, and I put it up. It says, "Beyond this point is dangerous. Poisonous frogs." Wait a minute, Barry. Get that.
What do you two want?
Barry Clark, reservations for 2.
References?
John Stewart.
You've been here before, Clark. You know the rules. And tell them to your buddy, too. Escort these gentlemen to their seats, Coco.
Be my pleasure. Follow me, please.
That'll do. Leave us. Don't be afraid. Oh, poor child. I know exactly how you feel. But please believe me, no one's going to hurt you. Now, Gloria, I'm going to tell you everything that's going to take place, so there's no need to be frightened. But first, you must try to relax. Please? You're trembling. Here, baby, let me try to relax your body for you. Come on, sit down here. That's a good girl. That's it. Goodness me, you're freezing. Let me try to warm you. Gloria, please try to relax. Calm down. Everything's going to be all right, I promise you. Nothing to be afraid of. You know, a long time ago, I lay on this very same bed as you are now, and I felt exactly the way that you do. And a kind and lovely woman came, and she ministered to me as I'm going to do to you. And she prepared me for the most exquisite moment of my life. Try to relax your toes, Gloria. Feel them tingle. Relax them one by one until they are totally and completely relaxed. Now try to imagine this feeling creeping slowly, ever so slowly, up into your feet, till they feel that they don't really belong to your body, but exist independently. That's it. Now your calves. Try to think of them as part of your feet. Warm and heavy. It would be very difficult for you to move them. Concentrate, Gloria. Concentrate on your legs. Now extend these feelings up into your thighs. Think about your thighs. How light they seem. As if they float on nothing. You're such a lovely child. Lie still and think of your body and how good it feels. And think only of how you want to entrust your body to my care. I'm your friend, and you can be assured of my love and compassion. See how the muscles of your belly soothe under my touch, melting without form or shape, floating with your legs, ever so lightly in space. Now your arms, light as air. Feel them floating, floating the rest of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, perhaps you'll recognize one of your friends. Remember, you are sworn to observe silence. If you break this rule, you will be dealt with severely. So, with the knowledge that you are powerless to stop the performance, just relax.
When they went through the green door, it's the last I saw them.
Well, what happened, Barry? Huh?
Some other time, Gish. See you around, buddy.
Okay, man.
Everything's going to be all right, I promise you.
All right, what did you think? What did you think? This is one of the most classic, chic, golden age pictures. Marilyn Chambers, the lead of this film, said 0 words, no dialogue, a silent film performance. Marilyn Chambers was on an Ivory Soap box. She was the model. No, Ivory Snow. I couldn't find it, but in my research, it said that she was in a commercial as well as motion and print. I couldn't find the commercial, but eventually Ivory Snow had to pull the advertising because the world's most famous at the time adult film star was on the box of all their advertising. Mitchell Brothers are infamous and famous. Have you ever seen Emilio Estevez be a Mitchell brother? Oh, Jason, do you mean X-rated? I own it in my VHS collection. Sheen, Estevez, 2 brothers playing the Mitchell brothers. It's good. Mitchell brothers cameos. Okay, this is a weird cameo. You see these 2 cars pull up, and she almost goes to get in the wrong car, and then the Mitchell brothers are like, stop! And then they put her in the real car, and they're just trying to take her to her surprise birthday party. So they, put a thing on, and then they take her to her surprise birthday party. Right? Sounds about right. Her surprise birthday party turns into what we would later know as Eyes Wide Shut. And one of my favorite parts is Ben Davidson from the Oakland Raiders plays the doorman, powerful enough to squish a football and knock people down with its force. All right, although there is a bunch of different run times, this film for this project is 72 minutes long. So we got a 72 minute down to 17. We got an X down to G. My old assistant was saying that the Rialto report was looking for people on the fringes of the industry, not just the stars and directors and the stories everyone's heard a million times. So we figured that this jabroni might be an interesting fit for them to interview. Just doing this press, I went there, and now it says, do not contact or suggest guests. So I guess we missed our window there. I should be on the Rialto report. If I do 2 more pieces of press for Squeaky Clean Adult Films, I will have surpassed my film career. Then my whole film career. That is weird. I've directed 4 feature-length films. No one cares about me. All right, it's a midweek drop. It's the 2nd of the week, 2 of 2. I'm going to try to do 5. And I'm doing a theme if you can't tell. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. We do have 2 donate buttons down there if you feel so inclined. And you know the deal. Don't subscribe, don't like, don't share, just watch. We appreciate it. I appreciate you from me to you personally. And I'll see you tomorrow.